Hi YouTube, Tim Unkert here, and I'm making this video as part 8 of my 10-day Fizzbuzz challenge that I set to myself, which was to master the Fizzbuzz challenge in as many languages as I possibly can in 10 days. I started yesterday at noon. It's about 9 in the morning. I'm at language 8, which I'm going to do with Fizzbuzz, which is PHP. So you may be asking, what is the Fizzbuzz challenge? Well, the Fizzbuzz challenge is where you write a program, generally where you're running a loop. You're not going to print 100 times, but you're going to print the numbers 1 through 100, except for numbers divisible by 3, numbers divisible by 5, and numbers divisible by 3 and 5. If the number's only divisible by 3, you're going to print fizz. If the number's only divisible by 5, you're going to print buzz. And if the number's divisible by 3 and 5, you're going to print fizzbuzz. All right, so we're going to do this in PHP. Let's get started. All right, so to make this a little bit more challenging on myself, I'm going to use Vim with a blank Vim RC, okay? So I'm going to create an index.php file using Vim, and I'm going to wrap all these items in an unordered list, and each of the numbers I print out is going to be a list item. So I'm going to start off with an unordered list tag and go down here and close the unordered list tag. That's just plain HTML. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my PHP tag, and then right down here, I am going to close it. All right. And I'm going to start with a for loop. Actually, I'm going to start first by declaring the variable I. Now I'm going to start with a for loop. And I'm going to say for I equals 0, I equals 1, because we're going from 1 to 100. The variable I is less than 101. And we're going to increment I by 1 through this loop. Okay. All right, so we're going to have some conditionals. And the first condition, I'm going to check if it's divisible by 3 and 5. The reason I'm going to check if it's divisible by 3 and 5 first is because with an if, else statement, if the item you're checking meets the condition, the first condition, it's going to execute the code in the first condition and then skip the rest. Okay, so let's consider the number 15. If I put a check that 15 was only divisible by 3, it would meet that first condition. And in that condition, I want to print fizz, so it would print fizz, but it would ignore the rest of the code, including the code where I'm instructing it to print fizzbuzz. So it wouldn't work. So we've got to do 15 first because it is both divisible by 3 and 5. Now, if a number is only divisible by 3 or only divisible by 5, it's going to skip that first condition until it meets the else if that meets the condition of divisibility by 3 or by 5. It's going to execute that code, okay? So the way we write this, we're going to do an if statement, and we're going to say if I, and we do this modulo operator, 3, if that equals 0, and what that means is if I, whatever number I is divided by 3, and the remainder is 0, that means it's divisible by 0. Think about it. 3 divided by 3 is 1. With a remainder of 0. 6 divided by 3 is 2, with a remainder of 0. 7, not divisible by 3. If I divide 7 by 3, I get 2 with a remainder of 1. So it would not meet this condition, okay? But again, we want it divisible by 3 and 5 for the first condition. So I'm going to put and if I is divisible by 5. Okay, if it meets both of those conditions, well, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to echo something out. That's how we print something in PHP. So I'm going to echo, and we want this in a list item. I'm going to echo fizzbuzz. And I want to close my list item, close my quotes, and put a semicolon there. Okay. And so we'll move, that's the first condition. All right. If it's both divisible by 3 and 5, we print fizzbuzz. Okay, if it doesn't meet that, so we'll say else if I is divisible by 3 only, then we're going to echo out, we want the list item, buzz, okay? We want to close the list item and close that. All right, and then, oh wait, no, we don't want that. we want fizz, because when it's divisible by 3, we want to print fizz. My bad, sorry. And now if it's divisible by 5, well, then we want to print out buzz. So we're going to echo of a list item, print out buzz, close the list item, close our quotes, and put a semicolon. And then finally, if it meets none of those conditions, we just want to print out the number. And in this case, I'm going to set a number or variable j equal to the string value of the variable I, because I don't want to be mixing strings and integers. Okay, and so every time through, it's going to convert the number to a string. And then I'm going to echo the list item and concatenate the value of j in there, which is the string of the number. And then I want to concatenate the closing list item on there. Okay, so that's my code. Let's clean this up a little bit. Delete some of the blank lines. All right, so that looks good. I'm going to save it. I'm going to open a terminal, and I'm going to type PHP dash capital S. That's going to open up a server on my local host at the port I want, which is going to be 8000. Okay, so development server is started. All right, so now to check, I'm just going to type localhost 8000, and we're going to see, move this out of the way, we're going to see that it prints out numbers 1 through 100. Let's see if I can get this out of the way. Yeah, there we go. All right. So it prints out numbers 1 through 100. And if you go 1, 2, 3 is divisible by 3, so print fizz. 4, 5 is divisible by 5, so we print buzz. 6 is divisible by 3, we print fizz. We go on up. Get to 15, get fizzbuzz, which is what we should be getting. At 30, fizzbuzz. Okay. Go all the way up through this, and at the end we have 97, 98. Then 99 is divisible by 3, we print fizz. 100 is divisible by 5, we print buzz. And so that's all there is to this challenge in PHP. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications, as it really helps the channel grow and encourages me to keep making videos like this. And try this stuff out yourself. You'll learn a lot about different languages. It's fun to do. And keep tuned to the channel, because the next language I'm going to be doing is R. All right, so I'm going to tackle the Fizzbuzz challenge in R, and then I think I did Ruby after that, and then Perl. So I did those earlier this morning, and I'll have to film the videos for those. All right, so stay tuned. Have fun. Bye.